If you are an ex-user, you may have already picked up on this, especially if you're an artist, cosplayer, or photographer. There is now an AI-powered image editing feature on the platform, and unlike traditional editing tools, any user can generate edited versions of images posted by someone else. No permissions, no consent, no notification. So the question now lingering in everyone's mind, how is this legal? And when it causes harm, who is actually responsible? Let's be very clear about what this feature is. This is not cropping, filters, or basic image enhancement. This is AI-driven image generation and manipulation. A user can take an image someone else posted and prompt the system to alter the image, add or remove elements, change context, and misrepresent the subject. The original post may stay untouched, but new AI-generated versions can circulate. And crucially, the original poster is not asked. The original poster is not notified. There is no visible opt-out. Some people compare this to Instagram filters or Photoshop. That comparison is misleading. AI image editing scales instantly, requires no skill, can convincingly alter reality, and can target real individuals. This moves us from self-expression into identity manipulation. And that's why concerns immediately emerged around consent, privacy, defamation, deepfakes, harassment, and misinformation. Another major issue, communication. This feature did not come with a prominent announcement, a clear user notification, or a consent prompt. Instead, it appeared quietly as part of an AI rollout. For users, this created the feeling that something fundamental about how their images are used just changed and they weren't told. To understand why this is legal, we need to talk about platform intermediary protections. In many countries, laws exist that protect platforms from liability for user actions. In the US, this is known as Section 230. In the EU, similar protections exist under the Digital Services Act. The core idea is that the platforms are not responsible for what users do with the tools they provide, unless specific conditions are met, so X can legally argue, we did not edit the image, a user did. We provided a neutral tool. This is where most people are shocked. When you post an image publicly on X, you grant the platform a broad license to store it, display it, process it, analyze it, modify it, and use it for AI systems. This consent is buried in the terms of service. Did users knowingly agree to AI manipulation? No. Did they agree legally? Unfortunately, yes. Courts usually uphold this unless the terms are proven deceptive or unlawful. This creates a very specific responsibility structure. If someone edits your image maliciously, that user is liable. If X ignores reports of harm, then X may become liable. The law does not require preventing misuse in advance, asking for consent, offering opt-outs, or warning users beforehand. This is a reactive system, not a protective one. So, is X avoiding accountability? Legally speaking, yes, but not illegally. X is doing what most large platforms do, moving fast, rolling out AI features, relying on existing legal shields, and leaving enforcement to after-the-fact moderation. Ethical safeguards exist. They're just not legally required yet. This feature crosses a psychological and social boundary because it's not about content anymore. It's about people. AI image editing can alter someone's likeness, be weaponized for harassment, undermine trust in visual evidence, and blur the line between real and fabricated. And when platforms deploy this without consent or transparency, trust erodes. How to protect your images right now. At this point, it's clear the system doesn't protect users by default. Even turning all of these options off in your settings does nothing to mitigate this feature. So the next question becomes, what can you actually do right now to protect yourself? Research shows that techniques such as adversarial perturbation, deep learning watermarking, and embedding subtle signals can influence how AI models models perceive images and may help deter certain types of misuse, though they are not foolproof. There's no perfect solution, but there are ways to reduce risk and make AI misuse harder. The protection principle is degrade AI, not human viewing. The goal isn't to ruin your images, the goal is to make them harder for AI to manipulate, while still looking normal to people. AI image models rely on clean edges, smooth gradients, and high-resolution facial details, so we target those weaknesses. Technique 1. Subtle noise and grain. One of the simplest and most effective methods is adding very light noise or grain. This can be film grain, digital noise, or texture overlays at low opacity. To the human eye, it's barely noticeable. To AI, it disrupts feature extraction. You can do this in editing programs like Lightroom, Snapseed, Photoshop, and even some phone camera apps. The key is subtlety. Try not to make it obvious. Technique 2. Strategic watermarking. Let's talk about watermarks because most people do them wrong. Big, obvious watermarks are easy to remove. AI tools are very good at erasing large logos. Instead, use small, low-opacity marks placed strategically near the eyes, along the jawline, on hands or fingers, or on high-contrast facial edges. Why these areas specifically? AI prioritizes faces and hands. Removing marks there damages the image, which discourages reuse. Technique 3. Faded signatures. A faded signature works similarly to a watermark, but feels more natural. Use your name, a symbol, or stylized mark. Set opacity very low and blend it into skin tone transitions, hair shadows, and clothing folds. It shouldn't scream watermark, it should whisper. Technique 4. Micro pattern repeats. This is a more advanced tactic but still accessible. Instead of one watermark, repeat a tiny mark multiple times. Vary its rotation slightly and keep the opacity low. AI struggles to remove repeated micro patterns without destroying image quality. Technique 5. Resolution and cropping control. High resolution originals are AI gold, so avoid posting full resolution images, slightly downscale before posting, and crop tightly around the subject. This reduces how much usable data the AI has to work with. Technique 6. Minor distortions. This one sounds scary, but it's very mild. Tiny changes like 1 to 2% perspective shifts, slight lens distortion, and minor asymmetry corrections. Humans don't notice, but AI models do. These distortions reduce how convincingly an image can be altered. Platform-level safety steps. Beyond the image itself, there are visibility controls. On X, limit who can reply, restrict quote posts, and consider protecting your account if you post personal images. Less exposure means fewer bad actors. Reporting, make it count. If someone does misuse your image, reporting correctly matters. Use language like, "This is a non-consensual AI edited image of me causing harm," and document everything. Screenshots, URLs, and timestamps. This pushes your report into higher review queues. The hard truth is, there is no setting that you missed. There is no hidden toggle that fixes this. Protection right now is manual. It's unfair, but it's necessary. Until law catches up, this is the reality. Platforms protect themselves first, users protect themselves second. And the more people understand how to do that, the safer everyone becomes. If the platform won't defend your image, you have to. This won't last forever. This legal gap is already under scrutiny. Governments worldwide are drafting AI consent laws, deepfake labeling requirements, and likeness protection rules. When those laws pass, features like this will be forced to change. The question isn't if regulations come, it's how much harm happens before it does. This isn't paranoia, it's not hysteria. It's a structural accountability gap. gap. Platforms move faster than laws. Users are left exposed. And until regulation catches up, self-protection is the only defense. If you can edit reality, you inherit responsibility for it. This is a message to all artists affected by AI. Do not give in, do not give up. That's how AI wins.